I don't even have words right now. I don't. I'm letting all the slang out tonight. All of the slang is all of it. All of that slang is coming out tonight. All the slang I know. I'm
Oh, those two
so
words.
mad. Hmm?
Those two words.
3. I learned another one. Anyway, I'm so upset right now. You know what? The Chargers just became a Super Bowl contending team. You know why? Because the Ravens thought it was a great idea to trade away our up and coming premier pass rush. We decided that it was a great idea to trade one Odafe Oweh. But yet, David Ajabo is still on this team. What's up, family? How you doing tonight, Hendo?
I am wonderful. I'm doing amazing. Oh my goodness. Listen, I was at work just innocuously just doing other things. And then I get a phone call of somebody crying. And I'm like, oh gosh, what happened? Why is she crying? And it was like, Odafe always been traded. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
know who
oh.
she is and sounds like that, but okay, keep going.
I'm just like, oh, really? Cool. Bet. It's not funny. It's
It's
really
not.
it's not a laughing matter, and it's not a laughing matter for the reason that you think that it's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter because the Ravens right now sit 1-4. We're on the verge of being 1-5 going into the
Without
bye week.
Odafe Oweh upcoming this weekend against the Rams, bucket. 1-5. Here we go, heading into the bye. How you like me now? See, that's something I learned
And
this week. Mm-hmm.
you learn how you like me now.
Whatever. Keep going.
Cool mode. Never mind.
Whatever.
So for me, it's not a laughing matter because for years we've been saying that the general manager Eric DaCosta has not been doing a good job. He's hit on some 2 trades, a couple picks here and there, and everybody's been singing his praises. And for me, I would have thought that he would have learned a valuable lesson over this season, going 1-5, being that we can't block anybody, we can't rush the passer, we have 1 interception, 2 fumble recoveries. Like we're not doing anything that this team is supposedly built to do. And he goes out and he picks up CJ Gardner Johnson. I thought that was a decent move, signing him to the practice squad. I'm like, he's a Super Bowl champion. He's a winner. He's actually, in my opinion, he's a dog. And that's why I believe he's no longer an Eagle. He's no longer a Texan because he kind of rubs people the wrong way. And we need a personality and an attitude like that. But then the Ravens go and trade Odafe Oweh. And at first, I'm just like, could that be the best move? Maybe, maybe not. We're already lacking in pass rush. The Ravens only have 6 sacks. Quarterbacks have dropped back to pass 190 times, not counting penalties. And out of 190 dropbacks, we have 6 sacks, which is horrible. And we trade one of, I can't
Our
say one
up
of our
and
better,
coming
I
premier
don't know, better
pass
pass
rushers
rushers.
too. We send them over to the Chargers. We thought that was brilliant, genius, even
It's not genius because we traded him for a safety.
a safety. Aloha.
So now we're down to edge rusher and we're up 2 safeties. To
We're
me, it's like Eric DaCosta is not learning a lesson. I understand this is not the end all be all. This is not the last move that he's going to make because trading Odafe Oweh does save the Ravens about $8 million in cap space. So this is enough money for them to make another move. But for me, have you not learned your lesson with 2 first-round safeties? 2 first-round safeties. You pick up one for the practice squad. You trade Odafe Oweh for another one. How many safeties are you planning on playing? We still have Sanusi Kane. So I don't know what his plan is going to be, but to me, he just has not learned a lesson, even though he consistently says we need to build up these trenches. For Odafe Oweh to not be traded to bring in some guard help, somebody that can actually rush the passer, a linebacker that can actually cover, for them not to bring in somebody, it's telling me he has not learned his lesson whatsoever.
I'm so irritated right now. Like, whew. All right. Okay, I'm live, so I have to keep it professional here. But oh, these Ravens! How dare you? Do not get fooled. Do not be bamboozled and hoodwinked. Do not buy into the EDC out here cooking. No, he's not. He can't even boil water at this point with this trade. I am so. But wait. David Ajabo is still a Baltimore Raven.
Oh,
We were already, if you couldn't trade for a Myles Garrett in the offseason. And I know what you're going to say. Some of you going to say, oh, man, he ain't, I can be in division round, ain't about to trade for, make no trade for the Ravens. I don't want to hear it.
he
Because
wasn't available.
before he signed his contract, he was available. And
He was not available. He was still under contract. He was not available.
Let me tell you something. Odafe Oweh is under contract.
Wait a minute, Myles Garrett, Odafe Oweh. Are we really having this conversation?
We are, because my point is money talks, money talks, and draft picks.
BS walks. Let me tell you what you're saying.
No, it doesn't, because Ojabo is still here.
Last year, Myles Garrett set a record, an NFL record, for having 14 plus sacks.
How long has he been in the league? Chat, what year was, I don't want you to answer it, Hendo, because I'm sure you know it. Chat, what year was Myles Garrett drafted? Someone just drop it in the chat for me, please. Not you, Hendo. You don't get to say it. I just want someone in the chat to just tell me how many years he's been in the league versus how many years.
I don't care. I'm not answering the question. I don't care how many years Odafe Oweh's been in the league or Myles Garrett's been in the league. You're comparing 100 sacks to 23 sacks. 23, 10 of which came last year.
You missed my point.
He's in his fifth season. He has 0 sacks and 10 tackles.
Hendo, you're going to have to hop on the next boat and catch the next ferry, because you totally missed where I was going. It wasn't about Myles Garrett per se. This was more about, you make a deal to get rid of our edge rusher. You make a deal to bring in a safety. You didn't think Myles Garrett was a valuable asset several months ago. Today, you don't think a Max Crosby is a valuable asset. So my point is, I could have stomached this a little bit better had we brought in a Myles Garrett. Not Myles Garrett himself. That's my point. Or you bring in a disruptor, someone like a Max Crosby. Did we do that? I'll wait.
I mean, myself and Odafe Oweh had the same number of sacks.
Your point?
On the season.
Your point? Because no, it doesn't matter. The point is, did we get better? My question is to you in the chat, did we get better at edge today? Yes or no?
We didn't get worse.
You didn't answer my question. All right, now I'm going to go full on lawyer mode. Instruct the witness to answer the question. Did we get better today at edge because of this trade?
Yes, we did.
Or no?
Yes.
Okay, how did we get better?
Because now we don't have to allot 30 to 40% of the snaps to somebody that's out there doing nothing. We could find somebody that may be productive. So yes, we got better.
Let me read.
And we unloaded $8 million that we could use to go sign somebody else.
I didn't ask if we got better at the bank. I didn't ask if our bank account got better. What I asked was the trade that we made.
Yes.
Bringing in Aloha, whatever his name is. Okay. Did we today? I'm not saying, because I know what you're going to say. People are going to say, well, listen, EDC is not done. This is just a signal to me that this is the start of more to come. Okay, fine. But that wasn't my question. My question was, based on today's trade.
Bam.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that? Let me put my glasses on so I can hear. What did you say?
It's addition by subtraction. I mean, it's facts, 100%. We did get better. But I mean, but listen, so right now you're stuck in grief mode. Like, you're grieving. One of your favorite players on your favorite team is now gone. Like, you have to look at it as a business standpoint. People think, all right, Jim and John, they got something going on back and forth. Of course they do.
That should be illegal.
That should be illegal. But with Khalil Mack being out, they needed a pass rusher in Los Angeles. They needed somebody who potentially could come in and disrupt. Now, in another system with another coordinator that better utilizes Odafe Oweh, he may go out there and shine. So you should be happy.
I hope he does. I so hope, except when he plays the Ravens. I so hope that for him. I want that for him so badly. I want him to go to the Chargers and just show everyone, listen, okay, you had it wrong. That's what I hope for him. We do have our first super chat of the night.
What does it say? History being producer of past production proves that
Thank you.
Odafe Oweh is not going to do.
Oh, how about we actually read the chat? That's a start. Let's start there.
You
Ty,
real
thank you for
feisty. You real feisty. You real feisty today.
because it's not right. And you're laughing like somebody's over here telling jokes. But I'm gonna read this chat though. Ty,
Appreciate it.
thank you for the super chat. We appreciate your support. He says, yo, Yolanda cooking more than EDC. Look, Ty, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it on social media. A man with a big stir fry pan out here cooking. And this is EDC. I don't want to hear it. I don't. Oh, this is just the start. I'm telling you, watch. EDC. EDC, I'm telling you, next is going to be Mark Andrews. Next is going to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, this is
They're
what
not,
I've been.
they're not getting excited. They're not getting excited.
You're excited now. Stop it. But we do appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. No, I will not become a Chargers fan, but I am going to watch him. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to keep up with him. I certainly will do that.
Hey, Yolanda, just a quick look into the future. When he plays for the Chargers, 2 tackles, no sacks, 35% of snaps. There you go. Don't even have to watch him. Done.
Right. And you're the same person that said Oweh was not going to get double-digit sacks last year. We can listen to you and believe that. Hey, what's up there, Cool Kai? How you doing? Listen, I'm fed up. I'm fed up. Jimmy says that bad players don't shine. You are absolutely right, Jimmy. Bad players don't shine because you know what happens to them? They stay on the Ravens team.
Do they?
Like David Ojabo.
See, listen.
Oh, we have another super chat. We have another super chat donation coming through.
Listen, I understand your frustration with all of this, but you have to look at it like this: who's going to trade for David Ojabo?
Nobody.
Exactly.
But see, that's what I'm obviously.
That's why he's still here.
For real.
I should not be this happy.
No, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. We do have another super chat donation coming in from Jaleel. Thank you very much for the $2 donation. He said, do we get an O-line or an edge? The big question. No. You know what we get? We get an improvement in our secondary. We get a safety today. Let's get excited.
I think he means for the future.
Eric
DeCosta cannot be done. He cannot be done.
Right, because he's out here cooking. Thank you for the donation. In the future, I don't think we're going to get an O-lineman. At this point in the season, at that premium position, I mean, like, arguments can be made that all positions are premium. Okay, fine, whatever. But an O-lineman, people are not just handing those, you're not doling those out right now. They're so hard to come by. At least one that's worth their weight, right, in salt. So I doubt it. And plus, this organization has shown us that they do not place value at offensive line. They say, Lamar Jackson, you're Superman, put on your cape, now go do it. We gave you C- level type of offensive line, but you're a superhero. Go figure it out. What do you think, Hendo?
Listen, I'm not here to defend Eric DeCosta, right? Not here to defend him. He's done a horrible job constructing this team. Knowingly saying that he needed to get the trenches better and did absolutely nothing. But we do not know what he offered, what he tried to get with Odafe Oweh, and team said for him, nah, we're not giving you this backup offensive lineman for that guy. We don't know what happened.
You know what?
But no, in all seriousness, like, I don't understand the trade in itself, because if he wanted to get another safety, in all honesty, he could have signed Justin Simmons. He's still out there on the street. You could have brought him in.
Oh, but don't forget, players are declining. The ones that are on the couch, you know, who get to have their say, they're picking and choosing. Oh, the Ravens want me? You know what? I'm going to go ahead on and pass.
We got another super chat.
We sure do. Let's read it. And oh gosh.
What?
Go ahead and read the super chat for us, please,
You know,
Hendo.
you know this day was coming. You knew
No, I
it.
did not. No, I didn't. And in fact, I said it because, like, I don't know who it was, but it was, several streams ago. And they're like, oh, Yolanda, it's going to be fine because one day we're going to trade Odafe Oweh after this season. I was like, no, we're not trading Odafe Oweh. We just picked up his. Anyway, Hendo, the super chat.
Yes.
If you can
Appreciate you,
read it.
diehard Eddie. It says, I guess since we got another safety, we can bring Kyle Hamilton closer to the line. So I guess that's a plus, honestly. Let's see, though. And this is true, but we could have signed a safety off the street. And we just brought in a Super Bowl winning safety. So to trade for another one, yeah, it's a possibility. But I just think that with all the deficiencies that they have on defense, whatever Kyle Hamilton's going to do is not going to mask everything that everybody else is doing. And once again, this is the biggest indictment on Eric DeCosta
It
that I
is.
can give.
He had no business trading Odafe Oweh.
No, it's not what I was going to say. This is the
Oh,
biggest indictment I can give you on Eric DeCosta. Once again, for a second time, he's building around Kyle Hamilton before he's building around Lamar Jackson. Think
facts.
about that. And everybody who was like, oh, EDC is a top 5 GM in the league. He is. He's building around a safety with more safeties. But yet and still, he's letting his quarterbacks get punished. And Lamar Jackson's not hurt just because he's running around or he wasn't in shape. Lamar Jackson got hurt because he was consistently being hit behind a putrid offensive line. Now, me personally, I'll super chat whomever. I need them to come out and speak up and say, yeah, I was one of the ones that said Andrew Voorhees was going to be good. I was one of the ones who told you didn't know what you was talking about. I need you to come out and just apologize because I told y'all this dude wasn't about nothing. Lele, I knew he wasn't going to get any better because he's out of his natural position and he wasn't good to begin with. Now our quarterback is hurt and our general manager is building around a secondary. You build from the inside out. That's how you build a football team. We're building from the outside in, and we've proven that it hasn't worked. We have not gotten to a Super Bowl. This defense has gotten progressively worse year after year. Then when you bring in a defensive coordinator who has no experience whatsoever,
My God. This team.
you have to give him guys that can disrupt the quarterback. Because if you give quarterbacks all day to pass the ball, I don't care who your corners or who your safeties are, they are not going to be successful. And this general manager has decided to build this team in the mold that he wanted to. And a lot of people are giving the excuse, well, he built this team for John Harbaugh. Well, if he did, he's an idiot. If he's building a team for a head coach he didn't choose, he's dumber than I thought he was. Personally, like you build a team for yourself and just hope and pray that you get the coach in that you can whenever Steve Bisciotti decides enough is enough. Now, with the attendance at the bank on Sunday, we'll see what happens if this continues. Because if that starts to decline even more, John Harbaugh is going to be out of here. Because all Bisciotti cares about is getting money, being profitable. And if he's not being profitable, what is the point of keeping a head coach that goes into press conferences and says, "Oh, I looked at the film. This defense was playing all right.
They
The
were pretty
offensive line is
good.
looking pretty good. Like everybody's doing well." And he himself said, we have to have a sense of urgency. We are in week 5 of the NFL, and he's talking about a sense of urgency. We are 1-4, and now is the time we need to have a sense of urgency. We should have had that when the season started, being the fact that we have not been to a Super Bowl with probably the greatest player in the NFL today.
Hmm.
We failed spectacularly,
Hmm.
and now you want to have a sense of urgency.
Right.
All of this should have been avoided years ago. We should have fired him years ago. And when he came out this offseason and said, Super Bowl or bust, you guys at the end of the bar are stupid. Super Bowl or bust. I hate that saying. It's the dumbest statement ever. Why is it the dumbest statement ever? Because you play the game of football to win. You want to be champions. We're not here so you can politic to the fans and try to prove to everybody that you're smarter than they are when you clearly are not. And then you want to get snarky with the reporters and snarky with the fans because they're telling you something and they're right. So, it is what it is.
You can miss at me with all of that.
Wait a minute. What?
I
Miss
told
at
you all
you?
the slang is coming out tonight. I told
Miss,
you. Listen, viewer beware. I already gave you a warning. I forewarned you. You can miss at me with all of that about EDC. I don't want to hear it. We do have a couple of more super chat donations coming through.
Miss at me?
Miss at me. Did I say it right? I
No.
did. Don't make me
You did.
question myself. I said
Okay.
it right. It's fine. Oh, thank
Stop
you all for
embarrassing me.
being here. Do us a favor. Go ahead and hit the like button. If you enjoy watching me be very upset tonight, more spicy than I normally am because I'm just,
This is when I get off camera, so
you do not stop that. Okay, we do. But if you want to support the channel, do us a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. We do have a few more super chats that we want to get through. Hendo, if you want, we do have
yeah.
another super chat from this time from Jamal.
How about you read it? You're the
Go
host.
ahead.
Okay. Jamal Backman says, if we were going to trade, bring anyone, it should start with O-line and or D-line. What's really happening?
Oh, I'll tell you what's really
like,
happening. I'm glad that's a great question, and I'm
come
glad you
on.
asked. Here's what's really happening, Jamal. Let me tell you. We make decisions that really don't make sense. We make decisions that are not in the best interest of this team. We make decisions that do not pan out for us immediately. I don't even know if they pan out for us in the future because, I mean, according to, like I said, EDC said, you know, next year, this time, our offensive line is going to be amazing. We're
Cool.
not. Whatever. So that's what's really happening. So so for me,
Uh-huh.
like I said earlier in the show, not sure if you just tuned in, 1 in 5, here we come.
I mean, that
Hendo?
was inevitable. I mean, it was
No,
inevitable. But
no.
but your general manager, he's proven he doesn't prioritize the old line. I don't know how many times we have to say this. 2023, through unfortunate circumstances, the Baltimore Ravens did not make it to a Super Bowl. We were that close. We had the Chiefs down and out. Should have beat them. We just didn't win. A lot of us Ravens fans thought, all right, cool. Every year we are progressing further and further. Every year we make it further in the playoffs. This year, AFC Championship game. Next year, we're going to make it to the Super Bowl. Your general manager comes out and says, I know we went to the AFC Championship game. I know we were right there, but I'm not going to invest in this offensive line this year because we're going to be better next year. So I'm not worried about this season. This season is a wash. Whatever happens, happens. But in 2025, though, we're going to be really, really good. I'm going to continue to build this defense up, and we're going to go from there. Unfortunately, defense hasn't lived up to expectations, and this line is just not as good as a lot of people thought they were going to be. Beginning of the season, a lot of people were drinking that purple Kool-Aid saying, oh, no, we're going to be fine. Offensive line is good. Ronnie Stanley's re-signed. Voorhees is in his second year. Lele is in his second year. At guard, like Linderbaum, Pro Bowler, Rosengarten had a solid rookie season. So this offensive line is going to help carry us to where we need to go. And through the first 5 games of the season, they can't block anything.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said a moment ago that our defense was getting better?
That's what head coach said. He said he watched the film. It's not as bad as we thought it was. Yeah, we missed some tackles. Yeah, we're on pace. Listen, we are on pace to be the first team in 105 years of the NFL being around to give up 600 points in a season.
In a season. Way to go, Ravens. Those are the types of accolades that all teams should aspire.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry, before you move on, hey, Go Man, I need to hire you to talk to one of my friends.
Hi, Go Man.
That positivity needs to rub off on some other people. Because you are a believer and it's resolute and you do not waver in your belief in this team. I love this team and I thought this team was going to win a Super Bowl this year. But right now, as it stands, Lamar can come back. We can make a run in the second half of the season with that weak schedule. But once we get to the playoffs, we will be exposed again. And we may not be exposed defensively 100%, but we're going to be exposed in a level of head coach that we have. Because when you get to the playoffs, you get the top of the top, the creme de la creme of head coaches. And John Harbaugh has not outcoached anyone in 18 years in the playoffs. He has not outcoached anybody. 2012, we had some flukes. We had some fluke plays. Yeah. Even in the AFC Championship game versus the Patriots, Joe Flacco had to go in at halftime and say, John, this ain't working. We better do something else or I'm about to take over this team myself. And we transitioned the offense in the second half of that game, and we came out and won. So that head coach that a lot of y'all say is top 5 Hall of Famer and get a job if he gets fired tomorrow, he ain't it. So we have a bad GM bringing in bad draft picks. We have a bad head coach that just sits back and watches his offensive and defensive coordinators do whatever they feel and has no type of in-game adjustments. Us winning the Super Bowl this year, it's not going to happen. with John Harbaugh here, it's not going to happen because he can't coach. He stands on the sideline with that dumb expression and then comes in after the game talking about, well, we played hard and we're going to get better. The season's not over. We still have, and this is a recurring theme to me that I hate every season. We still have 14 games left. We can turn it around. We still have 12 games left. We can turn it around. We
We
still
still
have
have
5
two
games
games
left.
left. We still have two
We can turn
games
it around.
left.
I know we're out of the playoff contention, but we're building for next year. Like,
Stop it. Just stop. It's annoying.
that guy.
Yeah, we do have a few more super chats. If you are just now tuning in, thank you for being here. Go ahead, Hendo. You can read our super chat.
What? I don't have my glasses on. What? But appreciate you, Biggie. He says, sorry for your loss. It's okay, Yolanda. Hashtag Ben Cleveland. Listen, I don't know why they don't put Ben Cleveland in, and this is another fault to your head coach. He prefers to go on the side of ego than to try something else. If Ben Cleveland goes in next week and he does not pan out, and you go back to Lele or you go back to Voorhees, whichever one you choose to put him in for, it's okay. At least you tried just to see what you have. I don't care what happens in practice. Ben Cleveland in games, if you take the PFF metrics, he pans out pretty well. He does a solid job. He cannot do any worse than Voorhees. Coach Evans put out a clip earlier today, I believe it was, and I don't know who he was highlighting, but all I saw was Voorhees looking for somebody to touch. I'm like, now he's taking over for Falele. Like, we have 2 clueless guards. That's not enough to win a Super Bowl. That's not enough to win a Super Bowl. We will be out in the wild card round. Yes, John Ego hurts his team.
Yeah, it does, for real. The next super chat coming through. Thank you. Hendo's not going to read. Let me put my glasses. One of us need to have our glasses on when we doing this stream.
My glasses not over here. I'm the old man, so
Yeah, but listen, I got to put my glasses on to read these comments. So, Cold Rain, thank you for the $4.99 donation. We do appreciate it. He said, Lamar to EDC about John Harbs, Zach Orr, and this O-line. Can't win with them. Can't be led by him. Can't play for him. Can't play with this trash.
He hit him with the Mike Singletary. Can't win with him. Can't do nothing. But it's 100% facts, and you can see it in Lamar's demeanor, his body language. I don't like it, but I understand it. I understand being at the top of your profession, and you have a goal. Everybody's not on the same page that you're on. Your general manager's not on the same page. Your head coach is not on the same page. Even some of the players that you're working with aren't on the same page, or just they can't get up to half of the level of where you're at. And after a while, it breaks you. I don't care how strong your will is. It breaks you as a person. And Lamar is just fed up. He's like, what do I have to do to get this team to build around me?
Yeah.
Not build around a safety that you gave $100 million to, and automatically he just somehow ran to the bench. Him and Roquan said, "We got money, bro. Let's sit down for a minute. Let's chill out. Let's hit the club. Let's go hit up Millstream real quick." Like,
hit up what?
Millstream. Like, for those who know, Millstream. One of the cleanest places. I wouldn't eat there, but it's one of the cleanest places if you want to go somewhere and eat.
Yes, Go Man. We do realize that we had a gym and he got traded today, sadly. Thank you for that. So talk to me a little bit about the guy we're bringing in, the safety that we're bringing in. What are your thoughts on him? Because, I mean, there's no use crying over spilt milk. Odafe is gone. He's no longer a Raven. I'm still going to wear his jersey. That's fine. I'm still going to wear it. Not on game day, but just like, bit bopping around. These people here in Florida, they don't know the better. They won't know the difference. They won't say, "Oh, yeah." Anyway, yeah, because most of them I'm telling you, where I am, it's majority Dolphins fans. I listen. It was Jersey Sunday. It was Jersey Sunday at my church a couple of weeks ago, and it was the week I think after they played the Bills. I was like, I think they played the Bills, and then. I think it was maybe a Thursday night, whatever night they played, a Thursday night. And then Sunday, it was a sea of Dolphins fans in church. And I was like, oh my. Okay, anyway. But about the safety we're bringing in, what are your thoughts about him? Does he actually move the needle for the Ravens this season?
Yes. Yes.
What
100%.
needle does he move?
He moves the needle to irrelevancy because it's irrelevant. I don't care about another safety. I didn't care about a safety when we drafted one in the first round. I don't care how great Malachi Starks is going to be in the future. My problem is when you start drafting in the first round, when you start picking these talents, and I heard somebody say it the other day. They said, yeah, we got him in the first round, but you can't expect him to come in and have an immediate impact. What? Since when did we not expect first round picks to come in and have immediate impacts on teams? When did those expectations go away? Because I thought the reason you were a first round pick was because you were pro ready. Now you may not come in and be an all-star, but supposed to be you're supposed to have the ability to come in and produce. For me, we didn't have time to waste. This is another reason why I had an issue when the Ravens drafted Odafe Oweh, because you went out there and it's not a shot at him. It's the fact that we had a team once again vying for a Super Bowl, and you went and got a project. Not saying that Malachi is a project. He was very productive in college, but you go out and get a project at edge rusher and say, you know what? I know you only had 0 sacks this year, but hopefully you'll get better in the future. And we continue to do this, getting these projects. We got a project with David Ajabo. He hurt himself. I can't hear you. Thank goodness. We got a quote unquote project with Emory Jones. We drafted an injured offensive lineman that we knew wasn't going to be able to contribute early on in the season, if at all. So yeah, this doesn't move the needle for me whatsoever. What is he going to come in and do? Is he going to come in and get some turnovers? Who's he going to start over? We don't know how long Kyle Hamilton is going to be out, but who's he going to come in here and start over? Now he may come in. I think he has 6 career interceptions. But what impact is the safety going to make when they consistently are running the ball and we can't stop that? They're consistently throwing underneath, can't stop that. What difference is he going to make? Now you're going to say, or somebody's going to say, we can move Kyle Hamilton around. Cool. Guess what that paid offensive coordinator is going to do? Oh, Kyle Hamilton's there. Throw it there. Run it there. So to me, like a lot of this stuff just doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't make dumb sense. And my thought is, okay, is Aloha going to help this offensive line?
Yes.
No, he's not. Is
Yes,
Aloha?
he is. He's going to help us get a higher draft pick in the draft.
We didn't need him for that. We were doing just fine with our 1 and 4 selves without him.
Facts. Because I'm lying. Facts, I'm lying. We can get a top 5 pick and they're going to go get another cornerback.
Thank you.
They're going to say we have the 32nd ranked defense in the league. We got to get another cornerback.
We have to. This is the reason why. Good grief. Who's in charge of scouting for the Ravens right now? Because this is, you know, I was watching something the other day and someone said it needs to be investigated. John Harbaugh, this organization really needs to be investigated. You've had a top team for the last at least 2 years. Arguments could be made even more than that, but certainly these last 2 years, and you couldn't do anything with it? Only to turn around and go 1 and 4 this year? So
I mean, you know, if it weren't for the injuries, if we weren't injured, then things would be a lot different.
We weren't doing well before the injuries, Hendo.
I know, but if we had all of our key players, like we missed like 6 Pro Bowlers in the last game, if all of our team was healthy, this team would not be giving up 35.4 points per game. They would be giving up 34.4. And that may be the difference between winning and losing.
I was going to say, yeah, they said this, it really, if you think about it, hey, Jared, yeah, it does need to be investigated. Think about it. Look at where we were these last 2 years, these last 2 seasons, and look at where we are right now.
Right.
With practically the same players.
Laughable.
Sans a handful of players that left in free agency, left during the offseason, etc. The core of this team has remained. So how did we go from Super Bowl contender,
right,
to we're at the bottom of the barrel right now in terms of our record? It doesn't get much worse than 1 and 4. Only the Jets are worse than that. That's it.
Right. And I see you go, man.
How did we get here? I see you go, man.
So how did we get here? Misappropriation of funds. And I mean funds all around, as in player acquisition, player development. Most importantly, to me, one of the biggest mistakes that we made, a la the not going in for the offensive line after 2023, was also deciding to go with a rookie defensive coordinator. That too was one of the biggest downfalls of this team. Last year, we started off the same way. Now, albeit on paper a less talented team last year, we started off extremely slow, but then after week 10, we played some very bad passing teams and they turned it around. So it made it look like we were doing an excellent job. But once again, as a quote unquote Super Bowl head winning coach, which he is, your theory was just made it to the AFC Championship game. We just lost our defensive coordinator who was lights out, who masked a lot of deficiencies on his team. Your thought process was, let me go out here with this rookie defensive coordinator that's never been a coordinator, never on any level, not even Pee Wee. I'm going to hand the reins over to him. We're trying to make it to a Super Bowl, and I'm going to experiment with this defensive coordinator because he's no threat to my job. He's a friend of mine. I feel safe with him around instead of being like these other coaches saying, man, we need to get better. Nick Sirianni and the Philadelphia Eagles, he went through like 3 defensive coordinators until he got the Vic Fangio. Once he got the Vic Fangio, that turned that Philadelphia Eagles defense around, and they won a Super Bowl because he went out and got an experienced defensive coordinator to help mold the talent that they had on the team. Now, us on paper, we were supposed to have the best defense in the league. We were voted to have the number 1 defense in the NFL in 2025. But yet and still, we have this second-year guy who can't hold water.
Hmm.
Then we bring in 2 old defensive coordinators
And
that got fired. No, they got fired. We fired Dean Pease because he was terrible.
I
And then
just
you're
said
telling
don't
me that
call him
we bring it.
old.
I'm sorry, we bring Dean Pease in and say, you know what? Help this man out. Then you bring in Chuck Pagano. Help this man out. And guess what? The defense got worse from last year. So we bring in this experience and they get worse. Now we're talking about fire Zach Orr and give the reins to Pagano. Guess what? Pagano's helping out Zach Orr. Why would I want to go from him to his homeboy? Like, that makes no sense to me. And John Harbaugh knew that he was going with a guy that didn't know what he was doing.
Hmm.
And yet and still, you went further with it. And him being so loyal to his guys, that's the only quality that I like about John Harbaugh, is he's loyal to his friends to a fault. You did it with Greg Roman. You did it with so many other coordinators in the past. Let him go and make this defense better. But he's not going to do that. He's going to sink on this ship. And to Gomez's point about if we win 10 straight games and make it to the playoffs, who gets credit for that? The schedule gets credit for that. The schedule softening up, the players playing
It's not
better.
all that
Hopefully,
soft.
hopefully the coaches getting better. Like, I think everybody plays a part in it. But once they go on this 10-game win streak and get to the playoffs and flame out in the wild card round, who gets credit for that?
Hmm. Who's going to shoulder that blame? We do have a few
Who
more
gets
super.
oh, I'm sorry. Who gets credit? Who gets credit for making it to the playoffs with the number 1 seed and running the ball 9 times with your running backs? Who gets credit for making it to the playoffs again and running the ball 6 times with your running backs? Who gets to the playoffs and decides, we got Derrick Henry now, I'm going to run him 16 times? Who,
I'm
who
gonna.
gets credit? Who gets credit for that? Who gets credit for saying I want to be the most dominant run team in NFL history? But once we make it to the playoffs, it's like, let's zag. Let's do something totally different than what got us here. Who gets credit for those stats?
Who gets credit for a trick play to our tackle? Anyway, we do have another super chat coming from Spiritual War Exposed. Thank you for the
Appreciate
$4.99
it.
donation. We do appreciate it. Nothing this front office and Harbs does make sense because they are still colluding against Lamar. People are
Hmm,
finally starting to see it. All
hmm,
right, you speak
hmm,
in facts.
hmm. Listen,
Ah,
listen.
yeah,
It's so funny how mad some people are. I'm not gonna say who, but some people are so mad that Lamar was sitting on the bench laughing during this Texans game.
yeah.
And to me, it's much to do about nothing. How many sporting events, baseball, basketball, I don't care what sport you watch, where a team, especially basketball, a team is losing by like 50 points and guys are laughing and joking on the bench. I've watched basketball games where the guys on the bench were jumping up and dancing for the opposing player making amazing plays. But
Yeah.
they want to make all of this about Lamar and what Lamar is doing to take the focus off of John Harbaugh in this front office.
Hmm.
We've seen this time and time again. 2019 MVP season. Nobody, we will, man. I mean, we hope for the best, expect the worst. But 2019, Lamar comes in, wins an MVP. None of us expected that. I don't care who you are, I'm gonna call you a lie to your face. If you thought Lamar was gonna come in his second season, first as a starter, thought he was gonna win the MVP. Wins that. What do they do? Let the offensive line get worse. Let his weapons get worse. And throughout his career, after Marshall Yonder retired, they have done nothing to surround him with an offensive line. I do give them credit for getting Zay. I give them credit for getting Bateman. I give them credit for getting Likely and finally bringing in a Derrick Henry. But what wide receiver do we have that when Lamar gets in trouble, that he can just say, you know what, throw it up, he's going to go get it, or nobody's going to go get it? They have not built around him. They built around their safety twice in a season before they built around Lamar. They didn't want to pay him. Lamar is the first franchise quarterback in NFL history to have to finagle with his team when you are the offense. He's the only thing on offense that we have, and he in this front office are going back and forth about, I ain't trying to give him a fully guaranteed contract because he had them injuries, so I don't feel comfortable doing this. But yet and still, you want him to go out there and do everything for you. You want him to go out there and make your offensive line look like Pro Bowlers. You want him to go out there and get these running backs, even Derrick Henry, because we see Derrick Henry without Lamar Jackson right now. Four straight games under 50 yards. Derrick Henry's great, but Lamar Jackson makes him even better. So he has to do everything in his power to get his money. Now he holds all the cards. So I hope he holds their feet to the fire and says, yo, get John out of here. Get me some weapons to go along with these guys. Get me an offensive line that's going to protect me like these other quarterbacks they have out here in the league. And until then, I'm staying with my $74.5 million cap hit. And if you don't like it, build a team around that.
Yeah. Facts, Theon. This is why you don't mix friends and business. You just don't. You don't do this. And now you find yourself in a conundrum and you can't figure your way out because you don't want to step on toes, you don't want to hurt feelings, you don't want to sever ties.
Listen.
Ugh, so frustrating.
I mean, it depends on what's up, Black. Ain't seen you in a minute. It depends on the individuals, and I do agree. You can mix friends and family and business if everyone has a certain level of professionalism. Me personally, my friends and family do not want to work for me because I will fire my mother tomorrow, and not blink twice if she's not doing what she's supposed to do. I don't care. Like if we have a set goal, this is business. You will always be my mother, and I will love you till the day I die. But this is business, and if you're not performing up to the way you're supposed to perform, you gotta go, mama.
Black Daniels, thank you for sending a shout out to Black Daniels. Knew I was down today. Cheered me up. Reached out to me on social media. Thank you. Knew my feelings were just hurt because of Odafe Oweh, because that's my guy. That's my guy. All right, we do have a couple of other super chat donations, and then we're going to talk a little bit about this upcoming game against the Rams. Yeah, because we're only going to be here for about 24 hours tonight talking about Odafe Oweh. So just, go ahead and get your popcorn, get your beverage of choice.
This might be my only day off this week tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's why we'll just stream until tomorrow. We won't do 24 hours. We might just do like 12 hours. So it'll just be until tomorrow morning. Anyway, let's get into the super chat. All right. Nightmare Kilo, a $4.99 donation. Thank you so much for the support. They overrate EDC because he makes moves off of need, not needle moving. Ooh, now that's something. I like that. Making moves off of need, but not needle moving. Name me a move he made that is needle moving. He barely has he's barely top 5. A needle moving player that he's drafted for us.
Drafted or just a move made? Marcus Peters, Derrick Henry, Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith for a season.
Wait. For me, I'm going to interpret needle moving as in to say or as if to say, yes, this player is good, but we know how to utilize him. And we actually do utilize him effectively to the point that he advances our team. With that, I'm taking King Henry off because we don't utilize him properly. Does he move the needle for us? We did last year when we felt like it. Did we utilize him properly when it mattered in the postseason? Yes or no? Okay.
I mean,
so it does.
John Harbaugh's your head coach. You know we didn't.
That's it. That's it. But great point.
But that has nothing to do with
No,
EDC,
he's still and that's not, again, Derrick Henry is the guy. You want a running back? I mean, you got Saquon Barkley and you got Derrick Henry.
And to the point, he said he's barely top 5. First of all, I don't know why you put the barely part, because he's not top 5 or close to it. Look at and this is the thing that kills me about the things that they feed Ravens fans. Like, they feed us so much BS. Like, you gotta have great defense wins championships. Okay, best player available. That's the biggest lie that they've ever told Ravens fans that most people believe in. Best player available. We don't pick for need. We pick best player available. That's 100% a lie. Odafe Oweh was not the, and I'm not coming at him. I'm just saying, at that time, Odafe Oweh was not the best player available at the time.
Tread lightly.
I'm just
tread lightly.
So they can miss me with all of that BS.
They can miss me with all of it.
When we drafted Patrick Queen, people was like, oh yeah, best player available. He was not the best player available. And we drafted him for need because the year before we got rid of CJ Mosley. So when they tell y'all this about BPA and all this, they were lying to you. They draft the guys they want to draft.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We got a couple of super chats coming through. And we thank all of you for being here. Hit the like button. Do that for us. Do a favor for us. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Go ahead, hit that super chat if you want to show us a little bit of extra love. Listen, I'm sad over here tonight. But I'm coming on this screen. I'm coming on here trying to put on my best self. And, it's not my best self because I'm upset.
This man called you Glow Yonder.
Glow Yonder is real gangster today. Yeah, I said I was coming out with, that too. I said I was coming out at the beginning of the show. I said I'm coming out with all the slang tonight. So this is what you get. This is what you get. You get all of the slang. That's it. So, but thank you. Thank you, B Squared, for the super chat donation. We appreciate you. Thanks for the support. My guy, Sean Cole's coming through, showing some love because he knows that I'm upset. He knows that I'm brokenhearted over this news today about my guy. Ooh. Thank you for the support. And shout out to all of our channel members. If I didn't say that earlier, thank you for your support. It does mean so much to us, and it's never lost on me just how many times you guys show up for us. Even if you're not a channel member, but you just come here and hang out with us, we appreciate it. So thank you. Listen, let's talk a little bit about this. Yes, you saw it, Lindsay. You saw it earlier. You saw it. That's right. That's right. We're going to talk a little bit about the game coming up against the Rams.
This is what we're doing now? We doing a game preview now? Is that what we're doing?
We
did transition. What?
Yeah,
I didn't okay this.
I said we were gonna do.
You said 20 minutes. You said we were gonna do a 20-minute stream. Is what you told me. That's what you got. That's what you did. That's what you did to get me on here.
You don't air out dirty laundry. Don't put all my business out there like that. Have some discretion.
50 minutes later, we still here. Oh no!
You're right.
Oh,
You're right.
I lied.
We will not.
I lied.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's my fault. I lied. I put for the donations. If they keep donating, we'll keep streaming. I lied. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Whatevs. But you're right, Hendo. Let's go ahead and call this one a night because you will see us back here on Thursday night to preview the Rams.
You're not going to see me around, y'all.
Anyway, let's talk quickly about the Rams.
What about them?
Win, lose for us. Hendo, what team you taking? We're playing at home. Okay, wait. I know that doesn't really mean anything. We played at home against the Texans. I know.
What kind of games are you playing? The Houston Texans. Listen, the Houston Texans, with a defensive-minded head coach, 4 games into the season, average 16 points per game. 16 points per game. How many points did they score on Sunday? 44? 44. From 16 to 44 with that team. We had guys I've never even heard of coming in here doing the squirrel dance, showing out. Xavier Hutchinson just out here just torching our cornerbacks. What do you think Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua are going to do?
Oh man, they are going to light it up. They're going to set this. Oh, it's going to be
Like,
so bad. It's going to be so embarrassing. I'm with you. They might score 60 points with this suspect defense, this lackluster team that we have right now. And someone asked, free Wi-Fi. Hey there, is Lamar active? I mean, it's too early to tell. It's Tuesday. We probably won't know that until later in the week, but I doubt it. Last week when they said Lamar was going to be out, they were like 2 to 3 weeks. So he's only been out 1 week. So
he's 100% out because
yeah,
you take this game off, that gives him the bye to get healthy. Hamstrings aren't anything to play with because she is salty because they can linger throughout the year. And also you're going up against this Rams defense with this offensive line. I'm not putting Lamar behind that. That's setting that man up for failure. No, let Cooper. Actually, there's a little talk about Tyler Huntley might be coming in to start. We'll see what happens with that.
Now there's a little bit of light at this dark and dismal end of the tunnel. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to see a little bit of Tyler. Pro Bowl. Put some respect on his name. Yes, you do that. But anyway, look, I think that.
I refuse to put respect on a guy who had 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and he made the Pro Bowl when they didn't ask like 5 other quarterbacks. No.
Yeah.
No.
Because I'm with you. I love my team.
I love them to death.
But we're definitely taking an L. Anybody out here think that we're going to win? Go, man. You think we're going to win this one? I'm serious. I'm not trying to be crass. I'm not trying to be funny. Does anybody think that does anyone think that we're going to win this game against the Rams? Do we have and remember, it's more likely than not, we are not going to have Lamar. So let's just say that we don't have him playing this game with Tyler Huntley, possibly, and Cooper Rush. Anyone think that we're going to win?
No.
I'm just trying to see.
We're going to be 1-5. We're going to be 1-5
going into the bye. That is so incredibly embarrassing.
And hopefully there's a redemption arc to this, that we go 1-5, hit the bye, come back, do whatever we need to do, and go win the Super Bowl. And Lamar lives forever. His legacy lives forever. That would be the most amazing story.
Why? I see you in here. Why? I'm not bringing up any of your comments because you, my friend, must pay the troll toll. So if you want to play, the game, you got to play it fairly. But no.
Listen. Why?
Why?
I love it. Your team is finally doing something. I love it.
Yeah, they're doing something now.
Do not forget last season. Up until like week 13, y'all led the division. And I'm sure you you did. Actually, you came in our stream talking mad noise. And who actually ended up winning? We did.
Mercy.
We did. Why?
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 Ooh. Yep, all of that. Family. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Y'all made me feel better because
Rams are pretenders. I mean, what are we?
Down.
What are we?
What?
We pretended to have the best roster. We pretended to have the best defense.
We were going to go on this Super Bowl run this year. Oh, we sit down and have several seats. Anyway.
Don't talk to Go Man like that.
No, I'm talking about myself saying like, hey.
Oh, I was about to say, don't talk to Go Man like that.
You were just talking mean to Go Man.
I was not talking mean to him. I didn't tell that man to have several seats.
No. I'm saying to myself, like, I'm thinking, it's like rhetorical. Like, man, they said that we're going to go on a Super Bowl run. He didn't just say that. I was talking to the people who were saying,
all right, listen, we win. I'm all for it.
Go Man, how do we win? Tell me, what do you see from this team right now that gives you confidence that we can win?
Lots of prayer.
The other Go Man, the one that's actually in the chat. Hey, Slicer.
Hey.
Slicer, come on. They traded my guy. Oh, so frustrating. But anyway.
Wait. Edmund MC says if they have any pride, they will win. If they had any pride, they'd have showed up for the last game.
That's they
didn't have to win versus the Texans. They would have showed some type of pride. No, they would have showed some type of pride or fight.
They have none.
Or learn how to tackle.
They don't know how to. I asked you in the stream, I said, do do practice tackling drills, and you're like, they don't practice fumbling during the week,
They
but we do
practice.
that anyway.
They practice tackling.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to say that. We don't practice fumbling.
Yes.
Anyway, well, we hope you guys have enjoyed tonight's show. Make sure your post notifications are turned on, because let the internet tell you EDC is out here cooking.
Ty,
it's not over.
Go Away got traded.
Keep talking, and there will not be a Hindonda show. Anyway.
Well, let me keep talking then.
Anyway, thank you all for joining. Thanks for hanging out with us. Turn on your post notifications, because when the Ravens make moves, if they do, we'll be back here to talk about it.
Mark Andrews is next.
He should have been first. You don't get rid of Odafe.
Anyway, somebody got to want him first.
I'm sure other teams need a tight end. Name a team in the chat, not you, Hendo, in the chat. Name a team right now who could stand to benefit from a tight end. Name one. A team that's doing average, pretty good, but...
Facts, Big Reg. Hindonda is not it.
Dang, you don't like our show? Hindonda's show is not it? Sorry.
First of all, it's the Hey Yo show, so stop it.
It's Hindonda. So, anyway, yeah. So there are other teams out there that could... Exactly. There are other teams out there that could take... There are other teams that could take a tight end.
Lord Zero, 100% facts. Howie Roseman will not stop until he gets his team right. That's what a GM is supposed to do. This man traded up until the first week of the season and beyond. Like, this man will do whatever he needs to do to get the Eagles back to the Super Bowl. And they don't look like the best, and statistically, offensively, they rank really, really low. But they just lost their first game.
Yeah, they did. And we'll see how they respond. We'll see how they bounce back this upcoming week, because I'm sure the Eagles will.
Cardinals and Jags, they both need tight end.
I mean, shout out to the Jags for beating the Chiefs last night. There you go. That's my point. We couldn't do it. So shout out to the Jags for getting the job done, something that we couldn't do.
Man,
anyway,
so that rookie head coach beat Andy Reid, and our 18-year tenured coach only beat Andy Reid once. Says a lot.
Yeah, the year we had Sammy Watkins telling all the secrets. Anyway,
Hammy Watkins.
Whatevs. Anyway, family.
Appreciate y'all.
Y'all think good thoughts. Say Yolanda's out here really upset, and I don't like to see her like that.
She ain't really mad. She playing.
Oh, I am. Oh, I'm very upset about this. I need to hop on a flight back to Baltimore and go visit that castle and, have a few words with them about this. I have some questions. Anyway, we'll see you all very soon, family. Take care of yourselves. Turn on your post notifications. Share this content. Click the link.
Yeah, we got
grab it, share it, and share it on